We're with Dr. Scott Pepin here between periods. How you doing today, Doctor?
I'm doing great. Thanks, Tony.
Dr. Pepin from Summit Orthopedics, a big sponsor of YHH, and also a hockey dad. Talk to me a little bit about the experience as being a non-hockey player, being a hockey dad.
Definitely been very interesting. I mean, my oldest is a first-year squirt this year, and so we're really in the thick of it. But yeah, kind of getting into a little more of the hockey culture has been kind of fun and a growing experience for not just our son, but for my wife and I as well. Getting into that, so it's been really a lot of time at the rink the last few years, but it's been really fun.
You're now, as a squirt parent, now this is the throes of, like, the height of the craziness. Did you start to feel the craziness, the competitiveness of it, keeping score and all that stuff compared to mites?
Yeah, I say the way the crowd responds as soon as the scoreboard turns on is a little different than than at the mite level, so people lose their minds a little bit.
So you're a shoulder surgeon, and how I know that is I'm one of your hundreds or thousands of patients. Where would I rank in the level of, like, bad patients, good patients, somewhere in the middle? I'm kind of curious. So I always wanted to know.
Yeah, you were pretty compliant, so we'll put you in the good category. So
I like that. I like being a good patient. On the more serious note, you've been doing this for a while as a surgeon at Summit Orthopedics. Talk to me about the day-to-day injuries that you treat on the shoulders, knees, the types of injuries. Are they kids? Are they athletes coming in? Or are they weekend warriors, a little bit like myself? Or who do you see on a day-to-day basis?
Yeah, kind of a combination of those. So yeah, knee and shoulders, definitely my specialty, sports medicine. I mean, we take care of high school kids, college kids, so high-level athletes up to your weekend warriors, and then there's even getting into kind of the senior citizen level even as well, just treating those injuries at the shoulder and knee level, so kind of all ages.
Well, I can report I had a great experience. The shoulder is doing great, and I couldn't have you guys to thank. I need to thank you guys about it. Last question. What would you say is, like, kind of the most rewarding parts of your job working for Summit Orthopedics?
With any patient, whether it's, again, at the kind of the competitive sports level or, as patients get older and stuff too, but the really rewarding part is that day they come in, they've kind of finished their rehab, and they say, hey, Doc, I'm back doing everything I want to do. I'm golfing or I'm playing football or whatever. I don't have any pain. I mean, that's the reward. I mean, that's why we do it. I love that part of it.
Fantastic. Well, thanks a lot for joining us between periods. Dr. Scott Pepin from Summit Orthopedics.
Starting forward, number 2, Casey McLean. Starting at forward, number 2, and starting at center, number 13, Bridget Hopkins. And those are the skippers, coached by Steve Anderson. And now the start
and gentlemen, welcome to the St. Croix Valley Recreation Center Youth Hockey Hub Lumberjack Cup 2022, our Bantam A Championship, the oldest age group here at the Lumberjack Cup. But we got a treat on tap for you today. To your left, in the very striking blue and white uniforms, the Minnetonka Skippers. On your right, in their traditional white, orange, and black, the Delano Tigers. We are about to drop the puck and get underway. Right now, we'll introduce the starters. Starting for Minnetonka in goal, number 31, Cade Nystrom. The skaters in front of him, number 21, James Hughes. Number 2, Katniss McLean. Number 11, Connor Tafe. Number 12, Nick Nugent. And number 13, Bergen Kapishki. As for Delano, starting in goal, number 37, Graydon Greenberg. His defenders, number 22, Bennett Hallonen. And number 17, Connor Oja. The forward trio starting for the Tigers, and starting very quickly. There's a shot on goal. A Minnetonka skipper goes into the net. Net comes off, and play stops. Andrew Brewitt, Jacob Perlick, and Brody Geislinger, the forwards for the Tigers. As you can tell by the music coming over the sound system, we are underway. 13:33 to go in the first period. We play 14-minute periods here at the Lumberjack Cup. Puck is down just outside the skipper zone. As the net came off, it was determined it was the proverbial fault of Delano. So the puck comes out of the zone. Tigers manage to hold it in off the face-off. A bobbling puck ends up on the stick of Beck. Beck tries to hand it off to Gavin Carl. Carl skating it ahead. He's at the top of the circle, works around a D, shooting just a bit too high. Another shot on goal, easily handed by Greenberg. Greenberg and his battery mate Evan Guyan, two of the largest goaltenders in the field. They certainly grow them big out west. Both goaltenders certainly eclipsing 6 feet tall in skates. And we'll see if Minnetonka tries to take advantage by shooting low, looking for rebounds. The puck held up and knocked into the neutral zone by Dylan Nelson. Now it pops ahead. Good pressure by the Tigers, cutting in on the backhand to the forehand. Can't beat Cade Nystrom. Nystrom slides over and makes the stop. Offensive chance there by Lincoln Hargarten. These two teams met during a pool play, with Delano coming out on top 4-0. It was one of 3 wins in pool play, plus the semifinals for the Tigers. They got here after first losing to West Madison 3-2 on Friday night, and then defeating Minnetonka 4-0. Coon Rapids 6-1, and then Moorhead this morning 4-3. The leading scorers for the Delano Tigers, number 13, Landon Spicer with 5 points. Number 19, Jacob Perlick with 4 points. Number 12, Daniel Hallonen also with 4 points. So the Skippers sweep the puck to the blue line. It's held in momentarily. Apparently it goes offsides. No shortage of effort there from Bennett Hallonen to hold the zone. We'll have the face-off just outside the Minnetonka end. As for the Skippers, a 2-0 win over Coon Rapids was followed by that loss to Delano. And the Skippers defeated West Madison 7-1 and Waseca 3-1 this morning. Waseca was the top seed. Coming into the Bantam A semifinals, here come the Skippers. A shot by McLean, gloved and held onto easily by Greenberg. The leading scorers for the Skippers, number 15, Charles Kohler with 6 assists. That makes up all of his 6 points. Number 13, Bergen Kapishki with 4 goals and 5 points. And number 2, Katniss McLean with 4 points. Justin, I don't need the stool, thank you. I will stand. Senior Executive Producer, Vice President of Content, and Junior Assistant Marketing Director, Justin Mouse, trying to hand me a stool. Justin, I've been sitting all day. The puck hung up along the boards in the Delano end. Tigers and Skippers going at it now into the corner. Tafe bumped into the wall. I've already mentioned the size of the Tiger goaltenders. Tigers have excellent size up and down the lineup. A very, very talented group out of Delano. And around the boards, the centering try bounces up into the air, knocked wide. Hughes chasing after it. He whacks it to McLean. McLean off the board. Tafe can't handle it. It's held in at the blue line. Now kicked by Kohler. McLean once again patiently waiting. Tried to clear through the middle of the zone. It ran into the skates of Delano's Landon Spicer. Brewitt goes down for Delano and pops into the neutral zone. A 3-on-2 for Minnetonka. Carl down the right-hand side. He's got Beck in the middle. Carl shoots too high. That's twice now. Gavin Carl is had the shot that he wanted and just put it above the crossbar. It looks like Delano will go on the power play as the referee's arm is raised. Nystrom stops it behind the net. We've got a penalty. It's going to be 2 minutes roughing against Minnetonka's number 23, Max Aronson. I believe he's the son of Minnetonka head coach Steve Aronson. So the Tigers will go on the power play. They roll out their forward line. Those forwards are going to be Lincoln Hargarten, Landon Spicer, and Daniel Hallinan. 11, 12, 13. Easy to remember for the Tigers. On defense on this power play, Bennett Hallinan and Connor Oja. Shots on goal so far, 3-2 in favor of the Skippers. We are still scoreless here with 10:30 to go in the first period. The Skippers win the race to the puck. It is cleared into the neutral zone. Pressure being applied by Minnetonka's David Beck. Beck curling around. He can't keep up with Delano's Oja. Oja skates it ahead, and Oja is offsides. Cade Nystrom offering some instructions to one of his Minnetonka defenders. Nystrom, the lone goaltender on this Minnetonka squad. It's every goalie and every goalie parent's dream. They're the only one between the pipes, meaning they get all the minutes. Certainly no disputes over playing time with the Minnetonka Bantam A team. Working his way ahead across the blue line. And tell who that is. The jersey's tucked a little awkwardly into the back, slicing the number in half. For right now, we'll call it number 20, Brody Geislinger. Geislinger on the half wall, drops it down into the corner. Now it comes to the blue line. Geislinger lets it go. Working it around. Here's a shot on goal. Glove saved by Nystrom. He holds on. In physical play in front of the Minnetonka net. Delano forward Andrew Brewitt being dumped down after doing battle with a skipper at the top of the crease. The faceoff will be to the right of Nystrom. 1 minute to go, and that penalty assessed to Aronson. 1 minute to go in the Delano power play. Couldn't ask for anything more. An early chance with the man advantage, trying to get on the board first. Minnetonka will dump it all the way down. That'll be icing. 9:36 to go in the first period. The puck is down. Tigers maintain possession off the draw, working it towards the middle. That was Connor Oja. Now Oja will take his spot at the top of the umbrella. He's got Dylan Nelson off to the side. He opts not to use him. Muscles the puck down and comes back to Oja. Oja dials it up, shooting. Now Nystrom hangs on. So number 17, Connor Oja, pretty clearly the quarterback or the point guard of this Delano power play. He's lined up with Dylan Nelson. One player change for the Tigers. Brewitt, Perlick, and Daniel Hallinan now taking the ice. The Tiger power play. Nelson works it down to Brewitt. Brewitt continues the play, sweeping it over. The Skippers get a stick in the way, and it's chipped into the neutral zone. Chasing it down, Connor Tafe. That expertly played away by Nelson. The Skippers are offsides after Tafe got caught in the Delano end. 13 seconds to go in the power play. Aronson trying to figure out where he'll be going, either to the bench or into the play. Puck down, won by Carl. Now Carl's got it at the red line. Couple of nice moves. He goes down. I don't know what I saw there. You can tell if Carl was tripped or simply tripped of his own accord, but for right now, it'll be Delano's Daniel Hallinan will sit 2 minutes for tripping. There's 6 seconds to go in the penalty to Aronson. Minnetonka will have 1:54 of power play time, 8:51 to go in the first period. And we'll see if the Skippers can take advantage of the man advantage. Back to full strength for the Skippers. Carl working his way into the middle. Skippers getting set up. Passes across the top of the zone into the corner. And it comes to Lawson at the top. Lawson Out of the sideboards to Carl. Carl's taken 2 shots in this period. Both have been just high. He can really wail on that puck when he wants to. He tries a shot this time. That flutters wide. Now Beck. Beck all alone in the corner, looking for a little bit of help. He's trying to hold off a Tiger from getting that puck. And eventually help comes in the form. Minnetonka's, who is that? Number 19, Andrew Lawson. On the half wall, here's Carl. Carl waiting, slides it over to Nugent. Nugent shoots, and that is wide. Minnetonka is struggling mightily, hitting the net so far. It's a nice move by Lawson. He gets it up to Aronson. Aronson's got Nugent in the middle, tries to get it to him, doesn't get any further than that. Nugent and Aronson doing battle in the corner with a Tiger. Eventually it ends up on the stick of Lawson. Lawson worming his way down to the bottom of the zone. Physical play by Delano. There's a shot on goal and they score! Oh, that time, Gavin Carl's shot rings true, and with 7:32 to go in the first period, the Minnetonka Skippers lead the Delano Tigers 1-0. A power play goal by Gavin Carl. We'll throw it down momentarily to Robin Cook in the penalty box to find out who will get the assists on that goal. And we'll see if Minnetonka can ride the wave of momentum, but they are off sides. One move too many at the blue line. Skippers go off. Here's Robin Cook. As soon as the puck drops, we'll get those assists. It'll be Lawson on the assist. Gavin Carl from Andrew Lawson. And just under 7 minutes to go, here's a chance for Carlson. Carlson sweeps the shot towards the net, handled and held onto by Greenberg. Face off in the Delano end. I'm going to choose to ignore what Justin just handed me. A little scrap of paper letting me know that my Minnesota Vikings are trailing the Detroit Lions at 28-13. Maybe Vegas was right all along by making the Vikings the underdog. But we'll see if they can pull it out. We'll also see if Delano can bounce back. They are right now in a 1-0 hole against Minnetonka. There's a kind of a half slap shot, half hesitation play at the blue line. Leading to a possession for Minnetonka. Tafe carried it in along the half boards. Everybody stuck along the brand new plexiglass here at the St. Croix Valley Recreation Center. Well, Otteson can't catch the puck. He's shaking his hand as if it might have tweaked a finger. He'll hop off the ice and go for a change. Tafe backhands it to Kopishki. Kopishki couldn't hang on to it. And Tafe opts to take the intentional offsides. Referee signaling that the puck is going to go all the way down on the intentional stoppage of play. Puck rung around the boards by the Skippers into the neutral zone. Here's a chance. Beck has got Aronson in the middle. 2-on-1. Beck shooting, scores. He pops the water bottle. David Beck has put Minnetonka ahead 2-0 with 5:53 to go in the period. So a 2-on-1 chance. Delano defender sticks with Aronson, who is cutting towards the middle, and David Beck takes it upon himself, shoots and scores. He beats Greenberg blocker side, and Minnetonka is sailing right now, up 2-0. Now here's a chance for Delano. Odd man rush, low in the zone, centering across. It goes off the stick of a skipper and goes just wide. So Nugent and Hughes will earn assists on that play. Here's a shot by Brewitt. No, Nystrom hangs on. Nugent and Hughes on the assists. Well, 6 shots and 2 goals for Minnetonka. The skipper is certainly flying around here. Carlson will take the draw in the Minnetonka end. It's pushed ahead by a Tiger. Everybody battling for it. Puck finally rolls loose. It's Nugent. Nugent puts on the brakes, trying to spin away from trouble. He better be careful handling the puck so close to his own net. Banked off the wall. He'll go all the way down for an icing. And we'll do this all over again. This time 5 minutes to go in the first period. The Tigers have managed 4 shots on goal so far in the first frame. They'll certainly look to push that total even higher. Perlick taking the draw for the Tigers in the offensive zone. Scoots around the back. Here's a chance. There's a shot. Nystrom held off. A short angle chance by Nathan Cavisto. Cavisto caught between a rock and a hard place, so close to the net. There's not too many places you can put that without having a ridiculous amount of luck and forearm strength to go top shelf. Unfortunately for the Tigers, Cavisto didn't get enough of either. Whipped ahead. Here's another chance for the Skippers. Kapishki puts on the brakes, kind of slowing down, and throws a shot towards the net. It's knocked away by Greenberg, wrapping it around the boards, held into line by Kohler. And bumping along the boards, the puck comes back to Kohler at the blue line after a couple of possession changes. And the Tigers will attempt to carry it out before a poke check by Connor Tafe knocks the puck into the Minnetonka end. Kohler turning around, now into the middle, and into the middle again. There's Bergen Kapishki sliding the puck over to Tafe. Tafe didn't handle it cleanly. Had to slow down for the puck, so now the Skippers will attempt to get set up. Centering try, too high, too wide for McLean to get a stick on it. Now McLean rolling through the neutral zone. He's got help in the form of Gavin Carl. McLean with a beautiful move. He shoots, and a save by Greenberg. Oh, if McLean had converted that goal, holy Hannah, it could have been full sail ahead for Minnetonka. And as it stands, 2-0 Skippers, 3:43 to go in the first period. Aronson will take the face-off in the offensive zone for the Skippers. Aronson, Carl, and Beck, the forward trio. Now here's a chance for the Tigers. Excellent pace to this game. And a great play by defender Andrew Lawson for Minnetonka, getting his stick back and stopping a chance in transition. Lawson trying to backhand it to Beck. Eventually it ends up with Carl. Carl into the middle, intercepted by the Tigers on the backhand. Now at the blue line, dumped in by Delano's Landon Spicer, the leading scorer coming into today's game for the Delano Tigers. The centering try, nobody home for Delano's. The Tigers go for nearly a wholesale personnel change. Off the wall to Beck. Beck's got Aronson. See what he tries to do. He muscles the puck ahead. Aronson couldn't get around a Tiger defender looping back, so we'll have another face-off in the Delano zone. Carlson taking the face-off from Minnetonka. He wins it clean back to the D. There's a shot on goal. That's tipped just wide, gathered up by the Tigers, and they'll begin their zone exit. Andrew Brewitt flying down the left side. He's got men in the middle. He shoots too wide to the right. Off the wall, hard enough shower. It comes back into the neutral zone. Now Brewitt takes it again, and this time he'll dump it in. Odd bounce off the boards. Nystrom handles it. Minnetonka will try to break it out. Carlson picks his head up and realizes it's 1-on-3. Putting on the brakes on the backhand, on the forehand. He'll dump it in deep. Going after it now, Minnetonka's Dylan Cole. Cole unable to hold the zone, and the puck whipped out and through the neutral zone. No icing, not hard enough. James Hughes curling around the Minnetonka net. Very dangerous pass through his own zone. He lucks out, and Kopishki's there to carry it through. Kopishki working his way into the middle. It's poked away. Nice play by Delano forward Jacob Perlick. Now Nugent's got an assist so far. He backhands it up. There's a long pass ahead for Tafe. Tafe gets around a man. He's got a skipper in the middle. Tafe into the middle, and they lost sight of the puck. Couldn't get a stick on it. And Delano into the neutral zone. Skipper's rolling back, and that'll be a penalty on Minnetonka's Nick Nugent. 2 minutes for slashing. He knocks the stick out of a Delano Tigers hand, and the Tigers will go on the power play with 1:35 to go in the first period. Puck is down. Tigers getting set up. Oja tries to slide the puck back to where it came from, and it's intercepted. Long pass touched by Aronson, so no icing. Aronson so very alone in the Delano zone right now. All 5 Tigers come back. Brewitt jumps around Lawson. Now a couple of sticks go into the air, and a couple of players crash into the boards, settled down by Oja. Oja, the half wall, slid all the way across. A one-time chance, not fast enough to beat Nystrom. Wrapped all the way out. It'll be no icing again as it was touched. Aronson pressuring Oja. Skippers get a new penalty killing unit out. All except for Aronson, who is completely gassed. He'll go to the bench. Working his way in, it's Geislinger. Geislinger shooting off the shoulder of Nystrom and into the black netting above the glass. Play will stop with 37 seconds to go in the first period. Puck is down, a minute to go, and the Delano power play is a shot on goal. Stopped by Nystrom. Minnetonka looking to clear back, holding, and he whips kind of a blind pass ahead. It ends up on the stick of Carlson. A one-on-one chance for Carlson. Oh, he tried a little toe drag, and it's taken away by the Tigers. 15 seconds to go in the period. Boy, howdy, everybody hoping David Beck would get that puck out of the zone. He hesitated just a second long enough to let Carlson get free. 4 seconds to go. Tigers need to get a shot away, and they won't do it. Not fast enough. So after 14 minutes of play, the Minnetonka Skippers lead the Delano Tigers 2-0. We'll throw it to a commercial, and we'll be back with period number 2.
Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brew Pub Latza Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brew Pub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brew Pub Latza Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
I think anytime you're beginning a season or beginning a new sport where maybe you haven't been as well conditioned as later in the season or near the end of the year, that's when you're going to be most prone to overuse types of injuries. That's going to be sprains and strains and tendonitis and stress fractures. And so I think it's most important to kind of slowly ramp up into an activity and build your volume in a stepwise way instead of jumping in all at once.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the St. Croix Valley Recreation Center, period number 2 on deck. The Bantam-A Championship, the 2022 Lumberjack Cup, presented by Youth Hockey Hub. Delano will have 15 seconds more of power play time. The Tigers trailing Minnetonka 2-0. Early in the second, now down to 11 seconds left in the penalty to Nick Nugent. A little scoring summary for our first period. Gavin Carl scoring with 7:32 to play in the first period. The assist going to Andrew Lawson. And then the Skippers extending their lead. A goal by David Beck with 5:53 to play. Assist going to Nick Nugent and James Hughes. And that is where we stand. Shots on goal after the first period at 7-6 in favor of the Skippers. The Skippers are now back to full strength. It's cleared ahead, and a nice play there by Dylan Nelson, knowing that the penalty was almost over and hanging back near the red line. Kopishki scoops up the puck from Nugent, who's fresh out of the box. Kopishki skating ahead, rebound in front, it goes off the post, and it's in front again, and they can't put it home. The Skippers with 2 glorious scoring chances early in the second frame. Oh my heavens. Now off the glass into the neutral zone. The momentum firmly on Minnetonka's side. Hughes skating it across the blue line along the boards. Tries a dance type move, tap dance, Irish jig, whatever you want to call it. He loses the puck. The Skippers gain it right back as the Tigers unable to clear. Shot from the point, that goes wide. Tafe chasing after it. Tafe working it down below the goal line, tries a centering pass, runs into the skates of Delano's Landon Spicer out of the half wall. Looking around for it. That'll be a penalty on Delano. That'll be 2 minutes for tripping. The blade of a Delano stick ends up in the skates of a Minnetonka Skipper, and the Skippers will go back on the power play. Minnetonka 1 for 1 with the man advantage. That goal by Gavin Carl in the first period was a power play tally. Aronson will take the draw on the power play. Can't really tell who won that face-off because the puck comes into the neutral zone, which clearly wasn't the goal of the Skippers. David Beck can't get it to Kohler. It goes under Kohler's stick. The Skippers' Otteson will regroup in his own zone. It's William Otteson. Can't tell if he goes by Will or Willie. There aren't any nicknames in this program. Otteson drops it off for Kohler. Kohler, bit of a bobble at the red line, but it ends up working out. Aronson at the top of the circle gives it to Kohler. Kohler over to Otteson. Otteson waiting for some movement in front of the net. Otteson looking. Otteson shooting. Glove save. Still loose. No whistle yet. And it is covered by Graydon Greenberg. 1:16 to go in the penalty to Delano's Landon Spicer. 11:46 to play in the second period. Puck is down. Skippers begin to work it around. Down low, a backhand trying to catch Greenberg unawares. He was ready for it. Knocks it to the side. And back to the blue line. Nugent slides it to Lawson. Lawson over to Carlson. It slips under his stick. Carlson in the half wall gives it to Nugent. Nugent winding, firing, blocker saved by Greenberg. Now to Lawson, 45 seconds to go in the power play. Down below the goal line, Cole quickly encapsulated by 2 Tigers. Now on the backhand, Tigers cannot clear. Lawson to Cole again. Cole absorbs the contact, cutting in. For a try was Omen. Omen can't get a shot on net. The puck rolling like a wheel. It's held in by Nugent momentarily, and then played nicely out of the zone by Grant Brewitt. First time I've said his name today. Nugent Hopkins. Nugent Hopkins. Nick Nugent will carry it through the neutral zone. And drops it off to Kopishki. Kopishki, he's got Tafe in the middle, opts not to use him. Delano back to full strength. Kopishki on his backhand. He's almost done a full loop of the Delano zone. Gives it to Nugent. Nugent wraps it around. Tafe will gather it up. Tafe trying to get it to Kohler. Not enough mustard on it, but he gathers up his own missed pass. Now he sends it over. There's a shot. It goes right behind the skates of Caithness McLean. Now here's a chance for Delano. Spicer out of the penalty box, sends it ahead. Nystrom, after a moment's hesitation, will cover. I'm sure Justin's going to give me another horrible update about the Minnesota Vikings. What's the score, Justin? Same? All right. Probably 5 minutes to go in the game. All right. Oh, unbreak my heart, Kirk Cousins. Puck is down in the Minnetonka end. Gavin Carl, he's got a goal so far. Otteson sends it ahead. Got it to Beck. Beck one-hands it. Now it comes to Carl. Carl into the middle. One move, two move. Couldn't convert the third. Now Beck absorbing contact, working his way toward the Delano net on his backhand. He drops it off, was trying to go back to Carl, and the puck didn't get to Carl. Eventually he pitchforks it into the middle. It's taken by Delano. Long pass. That'll go all the way down. That'll be icing. Line it up on the blocker side of Greenberg. Excuse me. Puck is down. Skipper's going back to work in the Delano zone. Here's Omen. Omen is hooked, and that'll be a penalty against the Tigers. Minnetonka will go back on the power play, unsuccessful on their last chance. But with 9:11 to go in the second period, Minnetonka regains the man advantage. That'll be Spicer's second penalty of the game. Carlson wins the draw, gives it back to Nugent. Back to Carlson, getting some help from Cole. Carlson. Now Nugent comes over to the boards. Good recovery by Minnetonka. Excellent play, though, by one of the Hallinans. I believe that's Daniel Hallinan. Hallinan carrying it down into the Minnetonka end. Now, if the Skippers hurry, they could have an odd man rush just based on sheer numbers. Here comes Omen. Omen can't get around the defender. It's held in at the blue line. Backhanded behind Omen, but now taken by Delano. A couple of nice plays there from Delano's Bennett Hallinan. Manages to clear. Kopishki being chased, harassed by Daniel Hallinan. Daniel Hallinan will skate for the bench. 1:05 to go in the Skipper power play. Carrying it ahead is Hughes. Hughes loses the handle. Kopishki is there for insurance. Now he gives it to Hughes. Hughes has got McLean going towards the net. A one-time chance goes right between the skates of McLean. Unable to get a stick on it. Charles Kohler chasing Nelson. Nelson pushing the puck ahead with a heroic effort, chewing some valuable time off the power play clock. Bergen Kopishki will skate it himself. He gives it to McLean. McLean has Tafe in the middle. Kopishki on the boards. He's got Kohler and Otteson at the blue line. Otteson sends it off the boards to McLean. Excuse me, not McLean, Kopishki. Kopishki downloaded Tafe. Here's a shot from the point, tipped in front, still loose, still battling for it. It's still loose, and it's in! The Skippers deposit Bergen Kopishki on the doorstep. And Greenberg unable to cover the puck. No whistle, and it's deposited, and Delano now finds itself in a 3-0 hole. The Skippers hungry for more. Otteson to Aronson. Aronson sends the puck into the Minnetonka bench. Face off at center ice after the stoppage in play. Otteson chips it ahead for Beck. Beck dumps it into the Delano end. Just over 7 minutes to go in the second period, meaning we're halfway through. Geislinger tries to get around Otteson, held up for a moment. Tigers are offsides. Of the draw just outside of the Minnetonka zone. Geislinger dumps it in. Geislinger out there on a line with Jacob Perlich and Andrew Brewitt. Delano desperately needing a goal here, just something to stop the bleeding. Centered in front and a stick lift, unable to get a shot away. Now into the middle, it's a foot race. Omen's not going to win that foot race. Nugent working his way back into the middle, sends it across, is dumped in. Carlson going after it. Carlson, Omen, Nugent. Two new skippers join the fleet. How many more sailing puns can I work in there, Justin? How many do you think, 4 or 5? How many more sailing puns can I get in there? It's nice to know the camera guy's not paying attention to the broadcast. That's great. I don't begrudge you. McLean, he's in. McLean with a chance. Backhand, forehand, shooting. Oh, inches away from capitalizing. Kopishki tries a shot. It goes off the toe of his stick. Lawson over to Tafe. Tafe winding, firing, shooting. Held on to by Greenberg. And the Skippers certainly riding their own wave right now in the second period. Kopishki will line up and take the draw. They'll leave Kopishki, McLean, and Tafe. Very skilled forward line from Minnetonka. They'll leave them out there, see if they can't run this lead to 4-0. Tafe off the wall. It's picked up by Kopishki. Kopishki into the middle. Kopishki shooting. Beautiful glove save by Greenberg. Puck down, Aronson can't win it, but Carl had it. Got it back to Aronson, now it's in front for Beck. Shooting, beautiful save by Greenberg, but another loose puck. Skippers battling for it. Delano unable to clear. Now Beck trying to body Spicer into the boards. Spicer, who's a grown man at the age of 13 or 14, held him off easily, but the Skippers end up holding the zone after a couple of whacks at it. Now there's a chance for Delano, a 2-on-1 rush if they hurry. Cavisto to Spicer. Spicer wraps it back for Cavisto. Cavisto couldn't hang on to it. Couple of bodies go flying. And now here's an odd man chance for Minnetonka. Beck has got, I believe that's Otteson jumping into the play. Beck trying to get it to Otteson, can't do it. Otteson off the half wall to the top. There's a shot, gloved and held on to by Raven Greenberg. Puck is down, it's loose in front. Gosh almighty, another scoring chance for the Skippers. Carlson gathers up his redirected centering pass and drops down to Omen. Omen knocked into the boards by Dylan Nelson, who's quietly had a nice game on defense for the Delano Tigers. Here comes to Hughes at the blue line. Hughes winding, firing, tried to fire, he fans on it. Here's a chance for Delano. Grant Brewitt shooting and a save by Nystrom. A nice drum. Cade tapping the post of his goal, making sure they're still there. Boy, nice play by Brewitt to stay with a bouncing puck, but Nystrom bests him in a one-on-one battle. Kohler will whack the puck around the boards. A pinch by Nelson holds the zone. Delano Not enough numbers at the dots to hold it in a high premium scoring chance area. Out of the blue line, Kohler to the red line, now to Tafe. Tafe muscles the puck ahead, it's loose. And the Skippers would be offside if they cross the blue line. They effectively move it back into the neutral zone and stay onside. Now into the middle, very, very close, but no cigar. Carried out now by Dylan Nelson. Nelson once again making things happen with his feet. Unfortunately, he runs into the wall of Skippers. Ottesen tries a shot, very wide. Goes behind the net. Ottesen chasing the puck now. Getting to the far side, Aronson read the play. It comes to Geislinger. Geislinger at the top. He slides it over a one-timer try. Goes wide for Brewitt. But it looks like Delano is going to go on the power play. I believe Minnetonka's William Ottesen will sit 2 minutes for roughing, which in this case probably means his hands came up too high for the referee's liking. So with 3:13 to go in the second period, Delano will go on the power play. Right now the Tigers being outshot by the Skippers by a 2-1 margin, 16-8. Beck doing the dirty work in the corner for Minnetonka. Tigers getting set up, sliding it all the way through the zone. And they'll come into the neutral zone. So Oja backtracking his own end. Sliding the puck over. Now it comes back to Oja. Oja back into the middle. Gets it to Daniel Hallinan. Hallinan carrying it in on his backhand. Looking for an option. Hallinan will hold. Gives it to Oja at the blue line. It's a long shot. Nugent doesn't clear it fast enough. Now here's a chance, and Nugent's hesitation is going to lead to a 5-on-3 try for Delano. And Nugent knows he should have played that puck faster. He's a smart enough player to know that. And we'll see if Delano tries to take a timeout. And Delano will take that timeout. They'll go over what they want to go over. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Delano will have a 5-on-3 power play chance.
Brewpub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half-pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brewpub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
Generally speaking, water is a better fluid to use to rehydrate with. A big part of the importance of hydration is hydrating before the race rather than during the race. So, the hydration before a long distance race in particular really starts the day before the race, probably almost 24 to 36 hours before the race to be completely hydrated.
Welcome back, everyone. 2:28 to go in the second period. Delano with a big-time chance here to get back into this game, trailing Minnetonka 3-0. A 5-on-3 chance for the Tigers for 1:16. Here they go. They'll set up. Carter Oja, centering pass goes off a skate into the corner. Hallinan up to Oja. Oja waiting, get back to Hallinan, goes off his skate and behind the Minnetonka net. Kohler chasing. The long reach of Charles Kohler forces Delano into a bit of a shell as they try to hold his own. Here's Oja. Oja over to Geislinger. Geislinger to Hallinan, one-time try. Nystrom knocks it away. Now Hallinan trying to get it to Geislinger. Puck hops his stick. Geislinger holds it in with one hand at the blue line. Geislinger now to Oja. Oja couldn't get the shot away. Off the half wall. Hallinan held in at the blue line, not hard enough out by Kopishki. Delano now with another chance, sliding it ahead. Here's a shot, bouncing puck. It's loose again. Rebound, they scored. Delano is on the board. It's Daniel Hallinan knocking in the loose puck. Nystrom wanted to reach for it, but a defender was staying in front of him. He couldn't get a clear look at it. So with 1:25 to go in the second period, Minnetonka's lead has been knocked down to 3-1 in favor of the Skippers. And the Tigers score quickly enough to where they'll stay on the power play for another 58 seconds. So another excellent chance here for the Tigers. Looks like they'll leave Daniel Hallinan out there, the goal scorer, who was fairly unenthusiastic after scoring that goal. He understands that they need 3 to bring things back even. Pass by Nelson. Nelson gets it to Hargarten. Hargarten to Hallinan. Hallinan, he's got an edge on Otteson. Wrap around, he scores! Daniel Hallinan has single-handedly pulled Delano within 1. Daniel Hallinan with a gorgeous wraparound. Delano within 1. That once seemingly rock-solid lead for Minnetonka, just 3-0, is now 3-2 in the final minute of play in the second period. Kopishki on the backhand. Kopishki can't hold the zone, and right now Big Mo is firmly on the Delano side. Tafe waiting for an option. He throws it to Kopishki. Kopishki didn't have much to work with. He flips it to the opposite side of the ice. Hargarten will pick up the assist on that second Delano goal. David Beck muscling it ahead. Here's a chance for Nugent. Nugent slides it down to Carl. Carl, Nugent, rebound. It's in, they score! Minnetonka answers. A goal by Nick Nugent makes it 4-2 with 4 seconds to go in the second period. Oh my. Just when you thought Delano was going to claw their way back to even with the Skippers get one. It's 4-2. That's how the second period will end. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with the third period of the Lumberjack Cup Bantam-A Championship right after a word from our sponsors.
Brewpub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brewpub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
I think anytime you're beginning a season or beginning a new sport where maybe you haven't been as well conditioned as later in the season or near the end of the year, that's when you're going to be most prone to overuse types of injuries. That's going to be sprains and strains and tendonitis and stress fractures. And so I think it's most important to kind of slowly ramp up into an activity and build your volume in a stepwise way instead of jumping in all at once.
Back to the action here in the third period. Minnetonka holding on to a 4-2 lead. Here's a chance, though, for Delano. Nystrom up to the task. The puck is still loose. Bodies flying everywhere. It looks like a WWF smackdown. Pushing and shoving, pushing and shoving. If I ever write a book, Justin, it's going to be called Pushing and Shoving. So we'll have the face-off in the Minnetonka end after a scrum in front of the net. Nystrom gets a glove on it and holds on. Connor Oja tries a shot. Now it's a bouncing puck. Knocked away by Nystrom. Still loose in front. Now here's a chance for Carlson. Carlson into the neutral zone. Stick lifted by a back-checking Tiger. That's Andrew Brewitt. Brewitt has had a very good tournament so far for Delano. The player goes down, and Minnetonka is going to go back on the power play. With 13:26 to go in the third period. 2-minute tripping call will go against Delano's Bennett Hallinan. Puck down in the Tiger end. Minnetonka will set up. Nugent throws it over to Lawson. Lawson back to Nugent. Now Nugent to the half board. Long shot in front. Tip just wide. Now Kapishki. Kapishki to Tafe. Tafe to Nugent. Nugent fires. He scores. Nick Nugent, his second goal in just a few minutes. The Minnetonka lead is back to 3. A power play goal for the Skippers. And Minnetonka's lead is now 3, as I said. The score right now 5-2, but we've seen this movie before where Minnetonka was up 3-0 and Delano came back with 2 quick goals, so I wouldn't write the Tigers off just yet. Certainly a talented group from Delano. Dylan Nelson works his way forward, tries a centering pass, it's intercepted, and then it comes back to a Tiger who tries a centering pass, still loose in front. Here's a try, here's another try. 2 saves made by Cade Nystrom. Kohler trying to get it out. He gets it to Aronson. Aronson can't push it past the red line. Kohler flying through the air. The puck across the blue line in the Delano end. Hargarten, he's got an assist. Nelson clears. Gathered up by Carl. Carl sends it across the blue line. Into the Delano end. Nelson on the backhand. And puck rolling into the Minnetonka end. Just under 12 minutes to play here. A clearance attempt nearly intercepted by the Tigers. Another one this time is intercepted by the Tigers. Here's a chance for Delano. Working his way towards the net. Fakes a shot. I assume was going for a wraparound. Couldn't get a shot away. Now it's in front. Here's a shot on goal. Stopped by Nystrom. Nystrom in front. Stops it again. It's still loose. Still loose. The whistle blows. Cade Nystrom stands tall. We'll start sorting bodies here. Nystrom gets up. Looks like he's okay. Carlson from Minnetonka. He gives it back to Nugent. Nugent's had a whale of a game. 2 goals to stretch that Minnetonka lead from 3-2 to 5-2. Can't overstate how important he's been to this team. Andrew Brewitt carrying it ahead for Delano. He's knocked into the wall. Nice play though by the Tigers. A centering try. Scoots all the way through the Minnetonka end. And putting on the brakes, trying to get out of their own zone are the Tigers. They can't do it. Centering try. Here's a shot by Omen. Blocker save by Greenberg. Now carried ahead by Brewitt once again. He tries a shot. Enveloped and held on to by Nystrom. Puck down in the Minnetonka end. McLean banks it off the wall, is trying to get it to Tafe. It's way out of his reach, and that'll be an icing for the Skippers. Up to the wall, into the neutral zone. McLean wins the race to it, but he overskates the puck in his excitement to be backhanded in front to Kapishki. Kapishki shoots, still loose and uncovered. McLean runs into a Tiger, allowing Kohler to drop it down to the half wall. Now off the boards, held in though by the Skippers. Nice play by Kohler. Kapishki, McLean, and Tafe powering the Minnetonka lead so far. Tafe very nearly takes out the Delano goal. Here's a centering try. Scooped up by Nelson. Nelson, and now Delano to the red line, and Nelson has drawn a penalty. And McLean will sit 2 minutes for elbowing. Of the face-off in the Minnetonka end, power play for Delano, 9:55 to go in the third period, 5-2. Minnetonka is the score. And Nugent will carry it out for the Skippers. Nugent up to Aronson. Aronson sweeps it in, and Nugent going after it like a bat out of hell. Let's hope he doesn't get caught down in the Delano end. Delano very, very offsides on that latest rush. Puck down just outside the Minnetonka end, 1:30 to go in this Delano power play. We'll see what the Tigers can muster. Geislinger pinned along the ward by Hughes. It's loose in front. Daniel Hallinan looking for the hat trick. He had 2 goals, both power play goals, earlier in the period. In the second period, to pull Delano within 1 at 3-2. Here's Connor Oja. Oja to Geislinger. Geislinger dances into the middle. Geislinger over to Hallinan. Hallinan shoots. Big save by Nystrom. Out of the glass, held in by Oja. Along the boards, Hallinan slides it over. Another pass, and it's too far behind the forward on the opposite end. Minnetonka able to clear into the neutral zone. 45 seconds to go in the Delano power play. Hallinan goes down. Oja shooting too high. Hallinan flexing the stick. He takes a shot. It goes off the skate of the Danish dream, David Beck. David, relatively new to Minnesota. His family moved to the state of hockey from Denmark last year. Comes up with a key play on the penalty kill. Here's Oja. Oja shooting from the point. Stopped and held on to. Nystrom unable to hold on to it with the glove, but he covers up a loose puck. 20 shots on goal apiece for both teams. Down off the glass. It comes in the neutral zone. That'll do it for the Minnetonka penalty. The Skippers are back to full strength. Landon Spicer off the boards. It comes into the middle. Otteson winding and firing. And it either went off a defender or off the blocker of Graydon Greenberg. It goes into the black netting. Puck comes to Lawson at the top of the circle. He fires and it's in. McLean. The puck is in, and the Minnetonka lead is now 6-2. I believe that'll be Captainess McLean tipping in a shot. 6-2 with 7:35 to go in the third period. Another tally for the Skippers. One more goal and we'll officially be in running time. Don't think I'd ever say that about this Delano team. Nystrom tries to ring the puck around the boards. Doesn't work out for him. Flipped ahead. Here's a chance for Aronson. Aronson coming in on Greenberg. Aronson to the backhand. Greenberg makes the save. And that is off. The whistle blows. Oh, good. 4 different people have told me that the Vikings have lost. That's great. Thanks a lot, Justin. Thanks a lot, Justin, Laura, Ryan, and my mother. That's wonderful. Thanks for the heads up. Puck down in the Delano end. Tigers still fighting all the way to the end. There's 7 minutes to go. We'll see if the Tigers have any fight left. There's a chance for Brewitt. Oh, Brewitt was cruising through the middle. Nice play there by the Minnetonka players to knock that puck down. Play continues. Both teams trying to keep those legs fresh with 6:30 to go. Centering try, too high, gathered up by Brewitt. Brewitt carries it, getting to the red line, now to the blue line. Centered ahead, goes off the stick, and now into the neutral zone. Time keeps on ticking, ticking, ticking into the future. Hallinan, both goals today for the Delano Tigers. Centering in front for Tafe. Big save by Greenberg. Another shot by Tafe. That goes wide. Into the middle. Move by Kopishki. Poked away. Tafe tries a backhand shot. That goes way too high. Kohler. Kopishki. Tafe working his way back toward the boards. Kohler coming down, holds the line. Centered in front. Kopishki can't hang on to it. He'll send the puck towards the net. They bump into each other. And McLean off his skates. He finds it. He's got Tafe in the middle, although Tafe looks about ready to take a break from being on the ice. Knocked ahead. Now to Hallinan. Hallinan had Spicer going toward the net. No dice there. Out of the blue line. Held in momentarily, but now kicked out. Carried ahead by Gavin Carl. Carl going towards the net. Carl on his backhand. Carl just too high. If you gave him a cumulative foot of lower shots, Gavin Carl would have 4 goals today. Been just a bit high on a couple of those. And here's another chance in front for the Skippers. Everybody falling down. Off the boards into the neutral zone. Nugent saucers it ahead. It's intercepted. Skating in front was Jacob Perlick, and Perlick loses the handle. Beck clears into the neutral zone. 3:50 to go in the third period. Aronson bowls over a Tiger. You can only hope that this game stays as skilled as it has been through the first 2 3/4 periods. Here's a chance for Brewitt in a foot race with a Minnetonka defender who just gotten onto the ice. Nystrom sends it behind. Nugent will carry it ahead. Nugent, his pass intercepted. But David Beck manages to get it back to Nugent. Nugent into the middle for Omen. Omen, Carlson. Nothing doing. Carlson off the half wall. Down to the boards, a 2-on-2 try for Delano. To the blue line, Geislinger working his way to the half board. Centering try in front. Here's a chance for Delano. Puts on the brakes, shooting too wide. Now wrapping it around 2:45 to go in the third period. Sent on, Hughes sends it around. Top of the circle, long shot goes wide. In the blue, Cole sends it ahead for Carlson. Drop pass intended for somebody at the blue line. Slides all the way through. Tapped ahead by Hallinan. Bit of a game of ping pong going on between the two. Tafe on the blue line. Got Kapishki in the middle, sends it ahead. Kapishki can't get a stick on it. 1:25 to go in the third period, and it looks like this game will end 6-2 in favor of Minnetonka. The skipper's content to chew the rest of the game off. Couple of whoops coming from the Minnetonka bench. They know victory within their sights. 63 seconds left in this one. After the game, we'll have the presentation of our all-tournament team and the tournament trophy, championship trophy. The centering pass, there's a try, goes off the stick and wide. Excuse me. Nugent will carry it out for Minnetonka to the blue line, ends up flipping it into the Minnetonka bench. The face-off will be just outside the Minnetonka zone. A fan-down pass, Kohler into the middle. Cole still skating hard, wanting his bite at the apple, centering in front for Carlson. Carlson couldn't put it to his forehand to get a shot away. Kohler takes a shot, goes off a body and now into the corner. Off a glove, hits a Tiger. Play will continue with 15 seconds left in regulation. I can't tell who wants to get out of here faster, Minnetonka or Delano. Carlson carries it towards the bench. That'll do it for the Bantam A Lumberjack Cup Championship. The Minnetonka Skippers avenge an early loss to the Delano Tigers. The Minnetonka Skippers are your Lumberjack Cup champions. Congratulations to the Skippers.
At forward, number 9 from Minnetonka, Captain Carl. Forward from Delano, number 12, Daniel Pepin. From Minnetonka, number 13, Pepin. And the final member of our tournament team and tournament most valuable player, defenseman from Minnetonka, number 12, Nicholas Lee. Congratulations to the finalists and the rest of the all-tournament team. We'll now invite up the Delano Tigers to receive their runner-up trophy as runner-up at the advanced level here at the 2022 Lumberjack Cup. Congratulations to the and as champions of the Pennsylvania 2022 Lumberjack Cup and receiving the very large support. Here are your Minnetonka skippers.
We're with Dr. Scott Pepin here between periods. How you doing today, Doctor?
I'm doing great. Thanks, Tony.
Dr. Pepin from Summit Orthopedics, big sponsor of YHH, and also a hockey dad. Talk to me a little bit about the experience as being a non-hockey player, being a hockey dad.
Definitely been very interesting. I mean, my oldest is a first-year squirt this year, and so we're really in the thick of it. But yeah, kind of getting into a little more of the hockey culture has been kind of fun and a growing experience for not just our son, but for my wife and I as well. Getting into that, so it's been really a lot of time at the rink the last few years, but it's been really fun.
You're now, as a squirt parent, now this is the throes of like the height of the craziness. Did you start to feel the craziness, the competitiveness of it, keeping score and all that stuff compared to mites?
Yeah, I say the way the crowd responds as soon as the scoreboard turns on is a little different than at the mite level, so people lose their minds a little bit.
So you're a shoulder surgeon, and how I know that is I'm one of your hundreds or thousands of patients. Where would I rank in the level of like bad patients, good patients, somewhere in the middle? I'm kind of curious. So I always wanted to know.
Yeah, you were pretty compliant, so we'll put you in the good category. So
I like that. I like being a good patient. On the more serious note, you've been doing this for a while as a surgeon at Summit Orthopedics. Talk to me about the day-to-day injuries that you treat on the shoulders, knees, the types of injuries. Are they kids? Are they athletes coming in? Or are they weekend warriors, a little bit like myself? Or who do you see on a day-to-day basis?
Yeah, kind of a combination of those. So yeah, knee and shoulders, definitely my specialty, sports medicine. I mean, we take care of high school kids, college kids, so high-level athletes up to your weekend warriors, and then there's even getting into kind of the senior citizen level even as well, just treating those injuries at the shoulder and knee level, so kind of all ages.
Well, I can report I had a great experience. The shoulder is doing great, and I couldn't have you guys to thank. I need to thank you guys about it. Last question. What would you say is like kind of the most rewarding parts of your job working for Summit Orthopedics?
With any patient, whether it's again at the kind of the competitive sports level or as patients get older and stuff too, but the really rewarding part is that day they come in, they've kind of finished their rehab and they say, hey, doc, I'm back doing everything I want to do. I'm golfing or I'm playing football or whatever. I don't have any pain. I mean, that's the reward. I mean, that's why we do it. I love that part of it.
Fantastic. Well, thanks a lot for joining us between periods. Dr. Scott Pepin from Summit Orthopedics.